Welcome back to Time Serve, the channel that scans the docket so you don't have to. Alright, give it a break, lady. Just come clean, admit you screwed up, and maybe you'll receive some mercy. But this woe is me bull crap just does not fly in this court or any other court, quite frankly. Not for nothing, when you appear high as a kite on Zoom and telling us that your cardiologist prescribed you weed, well, I'm sorry, but I do not believe anything spewing out of this defendant's mouth, and I assume Judge DiSanto does not either. Leave a comment and tell us what you think about her medical excuses below. Like and subscribe, set your notifications to all. Let's roll, nerds.
You're currently on probation for operating visibly impaired by alcohol, and it's alleged you failed to submit to drug testing as ordered on November 22nd. Mr. Test on November 24th, tested positive on November 6th. And counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. My client's aware that she should have a hearing contesting these violations, and this time that won't be necessary. We'll admit the responsibility and then provide allocution.
All right, ma'am, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
All right. And you heard the plea that your attorney just indicated, correct?
Yes, I have submitted proofs to him and also the court for
Ma'am, Miss Bonds, Miss Bonds. You're either pleading guilty or not guilty?
Yes, I'm pleading guilty.
Guilty. Okay. And ma'am, who's in the car with you? Because there's a lot of background noise there.
It's my autistic, it's my nephew. I'm watching him right now. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't need to put him on the screen, ma'am.
I'm trying to get him to be quiet. I'm sorry.
And you're not driving right now, are you?
No, I'm in the passenger seat. See?
Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm going to donate right now so I can pay for my tether.
Ms. Bond, can you just stop and just let the judge go through this process? Only answer questions that are answered. We're ready to proceed.
I'm just trying to answer them, sir.
Stop speaking, Erica.
And so, ma'am, as you're entering a plea of guilty, and you've gone over your advice and rights with your attorney as it relates to probation violation purposes, correct?
Yes.
And you understand all of those rights?
Yes.
And you understand that by entering into a plea that you'll be waiving some of those rights?
Yes, I do.
And you understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, whether in this court or any other court. Also, as it relates to the recommendation here for probation to be revoked, $50 probation violation fee, and 20 days jail. Do you understand that?
I do, ma'am.
And knowing all that, you want to continue with your plea?
Yes, I do.
All right. And has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No, ma'am.
All right, counsel, if you can please pardon your client.
Yes, I'd like to direct your attention back to the dates of November 22nd and 24th of 2023. Did you fail to submit to tests as ordered through your probationary terms?
Yes,
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And then on November 6th of 2023, did you test positive for marijuana?
Yes, sir. And I gave the probation from my doctor.
Thank you. Satisfied, Judge.
All right, and the court does find the plea as knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to the probation violation, indicate technical violations 2, 3, and 4 will enter. And counsel, as to the recommendation.
Your Honor, my client indicates that she does in fact have a valid prescription for a medical marijuana card and can have extra documentation provided to her probation officer. Judge, I saw the recommendation for jail. I'd ask that there be a jail review, give my client an opportunity to coordinate with a probation officer and get everything back on track. I don't believe that she has any malicious intent to sidestep her responsibilities with probation, and we'd ask for one final opportunity for her to demonstrate full and complete compliance. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. And so why did you not report for testing on November 22nd, ma'am?
Honestly, Judge, it's been a money thing. My hours got cut at court. My manager also submitted a letter in my behalf because our hours were cut 180 hours for mid shift. So my hours have been like 14 hours a week. And it's really hard to pay for the tether, the Ubers. I actually have my friend taking me right now to donate blood so I can go pay for the tether today because it is due again. And I have submitted every test. I've maintained my sobriety and I've submitted my proofs to the probation. I just asked you, let me meet up with them and get everything back on track. I'm trying right now to get the money so I can get all this back on track.
Okay, ma'am, what about your missed test on November 24th with the sober link?
That I called them because I have not missed a single test out of 180 blows. I've not blown dirty or missed a test. And I thought that was really weird. So I called them and I talked to them and they said for some reason it did not submit. I do have pictures on my phone where I went to go blow and I have to wait until it loads and everything else. I do have it on my phone to show my probation officer. But I have maintained my sobriety, ma'am. I have blown every single time and not consumed a drop of alcohol or been around it, even during the holidays.
Ma'am, what is it you say that you brought into probation on Friday?
It was the prescriptions from my doctor for my medical marijuana, for weight loss. I am on Renabinol. It's a pill that it has THC in it to make me eat because I've lost so much weight since I've been out of jail, since I've been on this.
Okay, and so who did you give that paperwork to?
I took pictures of it, submitted it to Marcy. I gave Marcy my summaries of both of my visits that have the prescription right on.
Well, she doesn't have those, ma'am.
I can bring them there to her again if she needs them, but I have more copies at home. I submitted it to her from the place that gave me the card, which is a cardiologist, and also,
Well, you also
my
hold on. Your cardiologist, ma'am. Your cardiologist gave you approval to smoke medical marijuana.
No. That is where my medical marijuana card came from. But my primary care physician that normally does not prescribe that has been prescribing that for the past few months because of my weight loss. I submitted the paperwork to Marcy. I have extra copies if you need it. I have maintained my sobriety, ma'am. I've not been around alcohol at all. Even during the holidays, I didn't even go really to my family's house or functions because I didn't want to be around it. Okay. I didn't want that.
You also didn't show up for a test on November 6th either.
It's just the money thing, ma'am. The whole thing is my hours being cut at work and trying to be a single mom of 3 and take care of them and also help my mother that just had a stroke. So I'm like really trying.
Well, I can appreciate that, ma'am, but at the end of the day, this court ordered at your last probation violation sentencing, mandatory jail for any future violation, and now we have 4. I thought 3, but there's also a missed test on the 6th on your sober list.
I'm aware. That's,
What's
I
that?
thought that's what we were going over today was all of it. And I do have the proofs for you and for the court. I've submitted them to Marcy. I'm sorry if she did not submit them. I also have a letter
She
from
didn't
my
receive them,
manager.
ma'am. She didn't have them
Yes,
to submit to the court.
I gave them to her. I also sent copies to my attorney, and I can drop paper copies off to you.
Well, ma'am, when those paper copies are going to tell me, that'll be it regarding your medical marijuana, correct?
Yes, yes. And my weight
Okay.
loss.
Okay, even absent that, you still have 2 missed tests. There's actually 2 missed soberlings, and then a missed test. And so the court ordered mandatory jail for any future violation. Now there's been 3. And then 4 because we don't have your paperwork regarding your medication regarding the marijuana. But, so the court's going to adopt the recommendation, revoke probation, close the case without improvement, $50 probation violation fee, 20 days jail.
Ma'am, on Christmas, I'm a single. Wait,
I'm sorry, what's that, counsel?
Your Honor, would it be possible for my client to have a report date?
I'll give her until tomorrow to report. And to report by tomorrow, ma'am.